Hey everybody, welcome to my review of Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. These games have been out for a couple weeks now and I'm here to show you whether or not you should buy them. By the way, I don't have any sort of editing hardware or software for my 3DS here, so the picture's not going to be as high quality as it will be for the Wii U. Anyway, without further ado everybody, let's pop this sumbitch in and see what we got to deal with here.
Oh, good old Super Smash Bros. This is one of my most favorite franchises of all time. It all began on the Nintendo 64, and then Nintendo came up with the gimmick of releasing a Super Smash Bros. With every console it's been released, like the GameCube, the Wii, and now the Wii U. A lot of people like to argue which Smash Bros. Is the best one. Some prefer the N64, most prefer Melee, and some like Wii. Me personally, I feel like each game is better than its predecessor, and I have no issue telling you right now that these bad boys are way better than the originals. Now that's not to say that this game is perfect. There are plenty of things on this game that they added or changed that makes me scratch my head and just say, why? Like classic mode for instance. Just like in the old games, you select your character and then you select your difficulty. However, it doesn't let you pick how many lives you get. At the beginning of each round you get 2 lives. If you lose those 2 lives, you get a game over. Which is okay, but some of these fights are so fucking hard, you definitely need more than 2. What I do like about this mode is that you get to pick which fight you do, unlike the others. All you do is you simply slide your character over to the fight that you want to do, and then the battle takes place. What I don't like is that you can't tell whether or not it's going to be a free-for-all, a team battle, or a special battle. Now, mind you, the computer never really is a threat, even if they're at level 9. But still, it would be nice to know just what it is that I'm getting myself into here. Like in the other games, you fight about 5 rounds until you get to the fighting Mii team. After you beat the Mii team, you fight Master Hand. And you'll fight Crazy Hand at the same time if you have it on a harder difficulty setting. And I'll tell you right now, unlike previous installments, the battle between the 2 hands is a fucking joke. That is until you defeat one of them, and then the other hand turns into this fucking weird-ass abomination. Like seriously, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Okay, now you're a fucking scorpion dog? What? Now you're a bunch of swords? Now you're me? And now you're a ball? What the fuck is going on here? Okay, well, once you kill the ball, you win. Once you win, it shows you a result screen telling you what you've earned. What you earn depends on your difficulty. Moving on to All-Star mode, just like in the other games, you select your character and then your difficulty setting. Once you do so, you fight all the characters in the game. The rules are simple. Don't fucking die. At the end of each round, the game sends you to this hub world. It's here that you collect your rewards and health recovery items. However, you only get a certain amount of health recovery items for the whole game, so don't use them all in the first 2 rounds. Once you win, you collect your character's exclusive trophy and all your rewards. Now let's move on to special orders. Here you choose between Master and Crazy orders, but we're going to start with Master. Master orders is simple. You select your character, and then you select your challenge. The rules of Master orders are simple. Don't fucking die. If you win, you get a thumbs up from Master Hand and he shows you what you won. I think it's pretty obvious what happens if you lose, so let's just move on to Crazy orders. To play, all you do is either spend some gold or use a pass. I suggest you use a pass just because they're not that hard to find. Anyway, you select a character and then you select a challenge. You complete the challenge, then move on to the next round. However, your damage is carried over from the last round, so be mindful of that. The rules of Crazy orders are also simple. Don't fucking die. After getting as far as you can choose to take on Crazy Hand himself. The higher damage you have, the more HP you'll have when you try and take him on. Yeah, you actually have HP this time. During the fight, he'll drop these little treasure chests which contain goodies that you can add onto your rewards list after you defeat him. Okay, let's move on to Stadium mode now. You choose between these 3 games that you can play, but we're going to start with Target Blast. Target Blast lets you choose between 3 stages. And I'm going to go ahead and sum this game up into 5 words. Super Angry Smash Birds Brothers. Okay, seriously, all you do is damage this bomb as much as you can until the timer runs out. The higher the damage, the farther the bomb will fly. You have to hit the bomb before it explodes or else you die. I don't mean to offend anybody that likes this game, but I don't. I think it's a very pointless addition to Super Smash Bros., and if it just disappeared, I would not be sorry at all. Alright, let's move on to Multi-Man Smash now. As you can see, you have a big list of things to choose from, but they all play the same. You take on the Fighting Mii team until you either defeat them all, or you die. Yup, that is all you do. Sounds like fun, don't it? You know, actually, I don't mind this game type. It's a good time killer. But we need to go ahead and move on. Okay, next up is Home Run Contest. Here's how you play. You hit the sandbag as much as you can before the timer runs out. After you smack the shit out of it with the home run bat, it'll calculate how far you hit it. I'm sorry everybody, but this is another one of those things where I just don't know why it's here. This game has been here since Melee. But let's move on. Okay, next up is Event Mode. Now Event Mode is a game type that I actually like. It gives you a series of challenges that you have to complete. The challenges most commonly have you control as a specific character. The rules are simple. Do whatever the challenge tells you to do. Which usually means don't fucking die. Once you complete a challenge, it branches off into another challenge. As you can see, I have all of them finished, so I can't really show you the footage for it, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. And now for Smash Tour. Smash Tour is a new game added to the series, and the first thing I thought of when I saw it is this fucking Mario Party? Here's how the game works. You control as your Mii, not a fighter, your Mii, on this giant Mario Party style board. At the beginning of each turn, a little number block will appear over your character's head, like Mario Party. Anyway, when you pick the number, you get to move left, right, up, or down. Along the way, you need to be collecting power-ups and fighters, so you do use fighters in this game type, just not on the board. Also at the beginning of each turn, you get an item. You get to use these items, and what they do just depends on the item itself. It can either help you out or fuck over your opponent, whichever one comes first. If two or more players meet up somewhere at the end of a turn, it goes into a battle. What the battle is just depends on what the game feels like doing. You get to use your fighters this time, however, you only get to use the one that's closest to your Mii's icon, so it could be a character that you're not familiar with. At the end of the Smash Tour, all the players are gathered up to show stats. You know, just like Mario Party. And then it also gives bonus stats depending on what each fighter has done. You know, like in Mario Party. After everything gets all calculated, it goes into the final battle. The final battle pits all the fighters that each player has collected against each other. You know, like in Super Smash Bros. The difference this time depends on how many power-ups you collected throughout the Smash Tour. If you collected a lot of them, then you should be good to go. If you didn't collect that many of them, well, you should still be good to go. The power-ups just don't make that big of a difference, and it makes me wonder why they even put them in Smash Tour. All in all, I just have mixed feelings about Smash Tour. I want to say it's good, but at the same time I played by myself and I just didn't get full enjoyment out of it. It seems like Smash Tour is the kind of game that you need more people. Before I move on to multiplayer, I want to talk about the collectibles real quick. Returning from Melee and Brawl are trophies. You collect trophies throughout the game and you can view them here in your gallery or in the Horde mode. You can collect these trophies by doing all sorts of things throughout the game, whether it's just playing, doing the trophy rush, or just simply buying them. By completing challenges in the game, you can also earn trophies and other goodies like this CD and a Dire Hydrant.
Yeah, a Dire Hydrant. You know what a Dire Hydrant is, right? It's like a hydrant, but dire.
Okay, seriously though, you unlock these special moves and special equipment so that way you can customize a fighter. You can customize a fighter by going to the custom settings in the menu, and then you get to choose between a Mii fighter or a character, but I'll show you character first. You pick which fighter you want to customize and then it pulls up the menu telling you how many slots you can use. In this case you have 10. When you click on which slot you want to use, it lets you pick between equipment and special moves. Equipment allows you to upgrade one of your character's base attributes, attack, defense, and speed. If you upgrade one, it'll downgrade the other, however, so you need to be mindful of that. When you click on special moves, all it does is let you pick a different variation of your character's current special attacks. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good, so experiment around, see which one you like the best. Customizing a Mii fighter is the exact same concept. You choose a Mii, and then you pick which equipment, special moves, and outfits that you want to put on it. It's really nothing special. Returning from Brawl is Stage Builder. You pick the stage's background, how big you want it, and what type of music you want in the stage. From there, you draw the stage on your Wii U's gamepad. From there, you can test the stage and choose whether or not you want to keep it. Personally, no, I am not keeping this stage. I just thought it'd be funny to make a dick. Lastly, I want to talk about masterpieces. Masterpieces appear to just be artwork of the original games that the characters came from. I'm gonna click on Punch-Out, let's see what happens. Wait a sec, hold on, what? Dude, kick ass! I'm playing the original Punch-Out on the Wii! This is fucking dope! Yeah, come here you motherfucker, I got you now. Oh yeah, fucking swallow it, bitch! Yeah! Wait a second, what the fuck? Oh, it's just a demo? Oh, less cool. Okay, I already knew these were demos. I was just fucking with you guys. Nintendo put these in here just so they can show off the games that the characters originally came from. They're just trying to get you to buy the games and that's it. Nothing special about them. Admittedly, it is pretty cool that you can play the games from the good old days, but I can't help but to think that this is a very pathetic way for Nintendo to advertise their games and get you to
next time. Well everyone, that covers everything you can do by yourself. There is a lot to do in this game if you're playing alone. But let's go over local multiplayer and online play before we move on to the 3DS.
The most fun aspect of Super Smash Bros. Is, of course, multiplayer. Mainly because it's so much fun just pitting your skills up against your friends just to find out who is the best in your little group. However, this time Nintendo decided to add a new little gimmick to this one. You can do 8 players. And I'm telling you right now, it's fucking chaotic. It's nearly impossible to dodge any blow that gets thrown your way because there's always another asshole behind you. Also, the camera zooms out really far, so it's kinda hard to see your character. So I really hope you're playing on a bigger TV. What's also pretty cool about multiplayer is the amount of controllers you can use to play. These are all the compatible controllers, but personally I use the GameCube controller and the 3DS. Using your DS as a controller works pretty fucking well. However, it should be mentioned that sometimes it'll lose connection to the Wii, causing you to lose. Just a heads up. When it is working, you'll still have the same matches and the same what the fuck moments like this right here. Fuck! Causing your friends to rub it in your face and tell you that you fucking suck as some stupid bullshit luck.
Fucking kamikaze you right into the ground.
Online play works really well too. You choose between playing with friends or with anyone, but I'll be showing you with anyone for this review. It lets you choose between for fun and for glory. Fun is just what you think it would be, and glory is like ranked matches. When you're playing, I highly suggest you go all out from the beginning just so you can teach these clowns a lesson. When you do win, you can rub it in that person's face via the voice chat settings. However, you might want to keep it tasteful or else Nintendo will boot you off.
Well everyone, that's pretty much all there is to say about the Wii U version. So let's take a look at the 3DS version and then we'll wrap this video up.
Okay, so I don't have any sort of hardware to record footage from my 3DS, so this is going to be short, sweet, and to the point. The two games are almost completely identical, so I'm going to go over what's different, starting with Classic Mode. Like the Wii U version, you select your character, and then you select your difficulty setting. The difference in this mode is minor, but instead of sliding your character across a board, you run them along a path that forks off into 3 different directions. Blue being the easiest, green being a normal one, and red being a hard one. If you choose a red path, you tend to get better rewards. But anyway, once you select your path, you take on a character. If you beat the character, you move on. If you lose, you get a game over. Like in the Wii U version, you only get 2 lives, so you need to be careful. Each fight is different. You'll do a free-for-all, a team battle, a giant battle, a metal battle, and then eventually the fighting meat team. Once you beat all them, you take on Master Hand, and just like the Wii U version, it's a fucking joke. Watch how easily I beat him. He barely had a chance to damage me. Fuck you. Now let's move on to All-Star Mode. Just like the Wii U version, you fight all the characters in the game. At the end of each round, you get to visit a hub world and recover your health if you need it. The difference? You fight the characters from the oldest to the newest. Yeah, that is the only difference. But the same rule of thumb still applies. Don't fucking die. But now let's move on to the game that's exclusive to the 3DS version, Smash Run. Smash Run works like this. You control as your selected character in a very large world for 5 minutes. The point of this is so you can collect power-ups. You collect power-ups by killing enemies, finding hidden treasure chests, and finding hidden rooms. All of the hidden rooms contain challenges, and the challenges, well, they kind of vary in difficulty. But if you do complete the challenge, you get a shitload of power-ups. At the end of the Smash run, it brings all the players together and shows off all the power-ups that they collected. If you collected a lot, you're good to go, most definitely. If you didn't, then you're probably going to lose because the power-ups actually make a difference this time. After it's all done tallying up the scores, it'll go into the final battle. The final battle is completely random. It'll either be a regular smash, a special smash, a race, or a climb. It's completely random and you have no bearing on what it is. So just have fun, utilize your power-ups to the fullest and you should win. Now as you can probably tell, I'm playing against computer players here. You can play this with other people, which brings us to our next and final subject for the 3DS, multiplayer. Multiplayer works pretty well, and you still get the same fun and intensity as you can on the Wii U version. Unlike the Wii U version, you can only go up to 4 players on the 3DS, some of the games of which only require 2 players. What gives the 3DS version an advantage over its HD counterpart is that you can take this game anywhere you want. Yeah, you can play this at home, you can play it at work, you can play it at the mall, or you could just be like me and go to your neighbor's house for a nice little visit to see the kids playing the game, prompting you to go over there and whoop their asses.
Hey!
Oh my god!
Let me get in on that.
Yeah, but keep in mind, once you whoop their asses, you're gonna get kicked out of the house because you made them cry.
Get the fuck out of my house!
Bye, Felicia!
Okay, but in all seriousness, the 3DS version of the game is outstanding. It's just as good as the Wii U version. However though, given the choice between the two games, I would have to say the Wii U version is the definitive edition. It has everything that the 3DS version has with the exception of Smash Run and adds more to it. So that being said, I cannot recommend owning both copies of the game.
Well everyone, that covers Super Smash Bros. In conclusion, the game is outstanding. Nintendo put a lot of effort into this game and the craftsmanship shows. Which brings me to the overall score of an 8 out of 10. This game must be owned by anybody that has a Wii U or a 3DS. It's that good. So if you have a friend, loved one, or child that wants this game for the holidays, do yourself a favor and go pick up this game right now. They will love it and they will love you. But with all that out of the way, everybody, thank you for watching. Please like and share my video, and if you could even subscribe to my channel, that would be great. It doesn't cost you a dime and it really helps me out. Also, feel free to leave me a comment or a message in my inbox telling me what I can do to make these videos in the future more entertaining for you. With all that being said, everyone, tune in next time for my first classic review of Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. We'll see you there. But until then, have yourself a great night and take care. Weeks now, and I'm here to show you whether or not you should buy them. I forgot my DS. Try this again. Without further ado, let's pop this son of a bitch in and see just what kind of game we got dealing. Bah! Hey everybody, welcome to my review of The Last of Us. God damn it. Welcome to my review of Super Smash Brothers. It's backwards.